Professor Hopeton Dunn, welcome to Profile.
Thank you. Happy to be here with you.
Thank you for agreeing. This is a beautiful story. So much to go through. Let me share some of the Cliff Notes version for our viewers who may not be as familiar with your work. So one of the Caribbean's and the world's leading scholars in media communication and digital policy, with a career that extends, as I was saying, far beyond Jamaica. Here we're talking about senior academic and policy roles across Africa, including serving as Professor of Media and Communication at the University of Botswana, where you helped develop research capacity in ICT policy, media regulation and cultural industries. You've also contributed to major research networks in South Africa. You've worked in United Kingdom. You've worked here in Jamaica as serving with several international organizations, including UNESCO and the International Association of Media and Communication Research. In Jamaica, you are known for your leadership roles, such as director of the Caribbean School of Media and Communication, CARMAC. I went to that school. You're one of my professors as well at the University of the West Indies, and previously chaired the Broadcasting Commission. Just some of the work that you have done. When you hear this list, first of all, what do you think?
Well, I am grateful and happy that I've been able to do a few things and to move beyond borders and to contribute to the lives of many young people and now not so young people across a large part of the academic community that I've been able to make contact with.
And this is a story that started here in Jamaica, in Trelawney. Let's talk a little bit about the roots of your story, because I'm always interested in how people's background informs how they develop. First, talk a little bit about growing up in Salt Marsh and what that community was like.
Okay, so I am a countryman by heart and by origin. I was born and grew up in Salt Marsh, which is just outside of Falmouth, on the route between Falmouth and Montego Bay. It's a fishing community, and it is also a farming community. So my family became involved in both of those things. I went to the school in the community, and I was able to contribute to the farming in my family context, to a whole range of things in the community, including the church in the community. The dominant presence in my life in that community, of course, was my mother. My mother was the registrar of births and deaths. She was in charge of the Baptist church in the area. She was in charge of a whole range of things. So she was a stalwart. And she taught us early that service to the community was a necessary thing.
Were you only seeing her doing that, or was she explaining it to you?
She was doing it. She was doing it. We were able to see. Bear in mind that I am the second to last of 10 siblings in a large family household in Salt Marsh. My father was one of those traveling to the United Kingdom in the Windrush group, and therefore didn't get into contact with me again until I was already in high school. So my mother was a dominant influence, and she was demonstrating all of these things. And what she was saying to us by practice was that you don't have to be comfortable to help others, because there are always people who are in need of your help, and you probably are a bit better off. So she was the big dominant presence. Salt Marsh was the place where we built friendships, we built a community, and where I went to school. But it turns out that having been to school at age 6, at age 10 in the Salt Marsh school, my mother decided that that school was not producing enough scholarship winners, and she had high hopes for her son. So she decided to transfer me to another school 5 miles away in Goodwill. So I went to school via the bus with my friends up to Goodwill in the mornings. But because extra lesson was a requirement in the evenings, I had to stay after the bus had gone back and then foot it, as we say, back to Salt Marsh, the 5 miles, with a few friends and a sister of mine. But that journey often ended after nightfall. So we would be walking, we would be doing all kinds of fun things, picking fruit and so on. But by the time nightfall came, everything kind of became a lot more quiet. Whenever we stopped, the rule was that you mustn't look behind. Because if you look behind, the duppy would probably catch up with you. So it was that kind of setting. In the end, we did the common entrance, not without some incident, which I can tell you about getting the common entrance done. But we had to do the common entrance at Goodwill, at a community near to Goodwill called Blytheston. Now we had.
Why not at the school itself?
No, because the examination center was for many different schools. So we had to go up to Blytheston near Adelphi to do the actual examination.
And by the way, this common entrance, that is the exam that I did as well, which is the one that preceded where that GSAT, Grade 6 Achievement Test. So we have Grade 6 Achievement Test, Common Entrance, Grade 6 Achievement Test, and no PEP. So that's the primary exit.
Yes, yes. And that's the one that my mother felt that it was essential for me to pass. So on the day of the examination, for whatever reason, I missed the bus that was supposed to take me to this examination center that is even further than the school. I'm in a panic. Everyone is in a panic, probably in tears, but I headed out trying to see if I could get there as fast as I could. I know it probably was impossible. As fate would have it, I heard a motorbike coming in my direction, flagged down the bike and told the man my story. He says, hop on. And that is how I managed to get to the examination center. He gave me a ride on his bike to the examination center, which probably changed the course of things, because I probably wouldn't have got to the examination.
And without doing the examination, you would not have had the pass, so which you're going to see, by the way, in the newspaper, and then the opportunities that would have followed. We're going to be talking a little bit about that, but we have to take our first break on Profile. When we return, some of the early school days, the early signs that this young man from Salt Marsh was already becoming a communicator. More with Professor Hopeton Dunn after these messages.